Hi, everyone. I'm Wayne Carter here with your connection to what's happening in North Texas today. Health experts are bracing for an uptick in measles cases. Spring break is coming up. We'll tell you what you need to know to stay healthy. Plus, weekend storms shut down a popular festival. We'll tell you what else Mother Nature has headed our way. Let's dive in. The Tulip Festival, Tulippalooza in Waxahachie, was forced to shut down after strong storms Saturday. The festival's website reports the flowers were damaged by the storm, and the garden will be closed while workers try to bring back the blooms. The festival was supposed to last until the end of the week. Kevin, those storms were really bad south of the area.
Yeah, indeed, they were bad, but hey, that's well out of here, well off toward the southeastern United States. But a nice start to spring break. Let's begin with that tower cam overlooking from Loveville into the uptown area and downtown. And what a way to begin spring break across North Texas. So those temperatures with the southwesterly wind will be topping out into the lower to the mid 70s. Get out and enjoy that. And then we'll see those readings even warmer into your Tuesday afternoon, reaching into the lower 80s. Now, the wind speeds will start to pick up Tuesday afternoon. Wind gusts as high as around 25 miles per hour, even higher as we travel into your Wednesday afternoon, which means a elevated fire danger, especially to the west of Fort Worth. Everyone know your wildfire safety tips. Now, beyond that, we have a storm system that's kicking in from California, and that storm system, Wayne, will bring us a chance of some isolated thunderstorms, some of those severe, especially in the eastern sections of North Texas. Actually, we're on a level 1 risk for severe weather into Wednesday afternoon and evening. Potential for some damaging winds and large hail. We know for those storms this weekend. We want everyone, of course, to stay weather aware. Back over to you.
Don't want to do that again. Kevin, thanks so much. The measles outbreak in West Texas has grown to nearly 200 cases. And while no cases related to the outbreak have been reported in DFW just yet, health officials and hospitals are preparing for the possibility of an outbreak here, especially as everyone packs together on planes and starts that travel for spring break. Larry Collins is working that story for us from the newsroom.
We know that Dallas County Health and Human Services Office sent a letter out to parents recently. It cited the severity of the state's outbreak and wanted to spell out what happens if measles are identified on a school campus. They say if the child is unvaccinated or undervaccinated with the MMR vaccine, they may be forced to stay home. Under Texas code, it lists a 21-day period. Now, that's the usual length of incubation as well. Letters were sent also to daycare centers urging them to look at the vaccination rates. This is something that came up at a recent hearing for the State House's Public Health Committee as well.
The way that we can break that chain is either if we can get them vaccinated within 72 hours of exposure, which is hard to do sometimes, or after that time of exclusion, getting them vaccinated and getting them back to school and so that they don't have to be excluded again.
Again, as of right now, there are no outbreaks in North Texas, but plans are being put into place if there were to be one. They're also encouraging those vaccinations to prevent the spread.
In general, we have pretty good coverage for measles vaccine. Most people are vaccinated, so it's not like we have, a lot of unvaccinated people just in the general community, but that's what we've tried to identify. Where are the pockets of unvaccinated persons?
So the current cases now stand at 198 in Texas. We will watch to see if the state breaks that 200 case milestone tomorrow morning with the official announcement of new cases. In the newsroom, Larry Collins, NBC5.
At the top of our planner today, if you live in Frisco, the city wants to hear from you. They're thinking about creating a center for the arts, and they're asking residents to weigh in. Head out to the city's public library on Dallas Parkway at 4:30 today and share your thoughts. Voters will have the final say on this on May 3rd, Election Day. Teachers from here in North Texas are at the state capitol in Austin today. They're joining educators from across Texas to talk to lawmakers about what they need in their schools. They say a Senate plan last year didn't do nearly enough to help, so they made their own Educators' Bill of Rights to increase pay, improve working conditions, and retirement. They'll be talking to lawmakers all day today. And first at 4, eggs. If your family's like mine, you buy them every week, and they're just more expensive and harder to find. Consumer Reports explains the labels and compares all of them. That's today. First at 4. Thanks for catching up with us on The Connection. We're back in 30 minutes. Hi, I'm Wayne Carter with your connection to what's happening in North Texas. Aspiring programmers get a head start on their future. We'll take you to the school using video games to teach coding. But first, meteorologist Kevin Smith is with us. And okay, so I had my heat on Saturday night. It's been about 2 days. So what, do I turn the air on tomorrow?
You will need it because those temperatures will be at least approaching the lower 80s across North Texas. Let's begin with our tower cam into downtown Fort Worth, showing nothing but that blue sky. And Wayne, that's what we want to see on this Monday for the start of spring break. But notice our wind directions from the south and southwest. That means that dreaded mountain cedar is moving in North Texas. Therefore, primary pollen today is juniper, therefore mountain cedar, oak, and hackberry holding in at high levels. We know what to do with that. Meanwhile, your planner will have those temperatures topping out into the lower to the mid 70s with plentiful sunshine. We drop it back into the upper 50s at midnight. By the way, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, wildfire safety tips of what you need to do, especially to the west of Fort Worth. Number one thing, let's not toss those lit cigarettes on the ground. Then we have our storm system that's moving in from California. And here we go toward Wednesday afternoon. Some isolated thunderstorms popping up. Some of those could be severe. We actually have a level 1 risk for severe weather into Wednesday afternoon with the primary threats of some large hail and damaging winds. We want everyone Wednesday to stay weather aware. Over to you.
Spring in Texas. Thanks, Kevin. A pipeline is wide open in Burleson. It's not pumping oil or gas, but future engineers and computer programmers, pumping them into college and the workforce. And they're doing it using video games. We bring you an inside look at Burleson ISD's unique game design school. Check it out. What do you do when your child won't lift their head from a video game? How do you get them to learn?
I'll say, oh yeah, you guys like to play this game. Let me show you how that game works. And you can add other things in that game that you might want in there.
Burleson ISD's Game Design School is an entire physical building devoted to teaching students gaming and everything else on the curriculum, also using gaming.
It's a combination of both math and your normal learning a language type thing, because you have to learn how to do it, and then you have to use math to create your correct physics and stuff like that.
When you get near the thwomps, they get angry, and then they move at you.
Ren Eversole started class with a game he made. It had a problem. It was impossible to win. The monsters eat you before you can collect all the coins. So the students had to break open the code, figure out why, and fix it. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
I'm not real good at the game, playing the game. I'm not great at timing, honestly.
But you can code it.
Oh yeah, but I can code it, which is weird.
Olivia is the only girl here. Coding with her fancy nails is tough, as was holding her own with all the guys.
They were like, you play games? What? You know, because like, you look at him like, they kind of were like, oh, I don't know about that.
But they know now she's one of the best. Educators believe the students may be coding games today, but it sets the foundation to build power grids, code electronics, and companies are noticing what they're doing here in Burleson.
They are looking for potential programmers to teach their programs how to open the landing gear up or detect things that are far away. So we actually participate at Lockheed Martin solving challenges that they give us.
They graduate certified in coding, ready to work at places like Lockheed Martin. But it's not all coding here.
Now I do more 3D modeling.
Ethan Martin started taking gaming when this was just a class in his middle school. Yep, that's him, several years ago when we visited. Now, he's set to graduate from this high school where he fell in love with computer designing and the art of making games.
I don't like working with my hands too much, but I knew I like working with computers, and like I always liked animated stuff.
An entire school that resembles one of the most high-tech companies here in Burleson, taking a kid's most basic love of something fun and helping them turn it into a career.
I love what they're doing out there, and I always want to know what unique ways schools are helping students learn. If there's something happening on your campus that I should check out, just go to NBCDFW.com/Carter in the Classroom and send me all the details. Thanks so much for catching up with us today on The Connection. We'll see you again.